From the moment that we met, you were worth the wait. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know.
All right, everyone, if I could get your attention, please. We're going to let you puzzle in just a moment, but first we want to talk about puzzling. So, in 2024, we started a tradition, the USA Jigsaw Puzzle Association, of honoring an influential member of the puzzle community. It started with honoring Tammy McLeod as she retired from the USA Jigsaw Puzzle Association. She was hugely influential in the community. This year, we'd like to highlight another influential member. This is someone who is well-known, well-liked, has impacted a large percentage of the puzzle community. They've contributed to its growth and made significant improvements to the community as a whole. This year's recipient is very well known and liked. When we mention them, when anyone mentions them, it brings a smile to everyone's face. They're active far and wide in the puzzle community across the entire nation. If you're an active speed puzzling member of the community, you know this person's name. They have been indispensable to the growth of the community. As an event host, they create a space for puzzlers to find each other and bond. They provide an opportunity for seasoned competitors to practice, compete on a frequent basis. And they foster a welcoming environment for the speed puzzle curious and for puzzle juniors. They spread events into large communities, small communities, bring them to various venues on land and at sea. Their efforts complement the USA Jigsaw Puzzle Association so that we can focus on other forms of growth, like traveling puzzles, puzzle club, and state associations. And this person even actually helps out state associations as well. They do all of this while balancing business and logistics with puzzlers' wants and needs, trying to bring harmony for everyone. They've significantly improved the community. Because of them, the growth of this community has been so much faster than it would have been without them. Because of them, there are more times available than you could imagine for training and figuring out just how much you're improving. Because of them, the USA Jigsaw Puzzle Association got a wonderful start. And because of them, we have speedpuzzling.com. This person has been a truly monumental impact to the community. We're so happy to have them. This year's Hall of Fame award recipient is Jonathan Kloff. Please come up here, Jonathan.
So here's the thing. Oh, yeah. So I've got 15 minutes of Kahoot to do. My wife asked me about 16 times, why are you going to nationals? This is not why. I had no idea. But You are why. And I am so grateful for you.
Good luck. That won't be on your mind. You guys can go ahead. One more round of applause for Jonathan. We are all so lucky to be part of such a wonderful community. Thanks to Jonathan, and thanks to all of you for being here to help us celebrate. Now down to puzzle business. All right, you all are here for the pairs final championship round of the USA Jigsaw Nationals 2025. Are you excited? You will all have 1.5 hours to complete the 500-piece unreleased puzzle on your table. Thank you to Ravensburger for making sure that puzzle is unreleased. Give them a round of applause. Out of all 200 pairs here, the top 10 pairs will all get one of these awesome trophies. The top 3 pairs will also get some puzzles because you didn't have enough. And the top pair will get a little cash to help them get to the World Championship if they choose. $2,000 cash. They can take it to Worlds. They can buy the most puzzles. You do whatever you want. All right, before we get started, a few quick reminders. You've heard them about 50 times this weekend, so hopefully you already know. All right, please make sure to be a great puzzle neighbor. Keep all distractions to a minimum. You've got an awesome puzzle table divider there, thanks to Zacco Puzzle Boards. Thank you, Zacco. That'll keep all your pieces safe. And then the last few reminders will count down here in just a second. If your box seals aren't cut, flag someone down. We will open the box for you. And then we will record your delay so that you don't have to worry about any of that. So just if your box isn't cut, flag one of us down, let us know. Reminder as you finish, pull your hands up off the puzzle, celebrate that you're done with day 2 of puzzling, and let us know that you're done. And if you're missing a piece, reminder that the new rule is it's a 10-second penalty total, not per piece. Unless you don't complete all your pieces, and then you're disqualified. Don't do that. And be looking on the floor for the yellow pieces of paper with missing pieces there. If you run out of time, we will count the piles of 10. We will make piles of 10 unassembled pieces. Anything clusters of 2 or more counts towards your total. And please do be sure to check your results that the volunteer shows you before they whisk it away. Give them a thumbs up or a verbal okay. And when you are done, please be sure to grab your stuff, take a couple pictures, and then head out so that you're not a distraction for the puzzlers around you. One quick logistics note, if you were a pair that did not compete in solo, you are entitled to a Ravensburger swag bag, so head over to Ravensburger to pick that up. You just have to give them your name. And with that, are you guys ready to puzzle? Oh my gosh, you guys, I want to hear a better yell than that. Are you ready to puzzle? All right, excellent. We are going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, puzzle!
Ready? Yep. Oh, did I just hear an audible like, whoa?
Gotta love when that happens.
Yep.
I think maybe a reaction to the artwork, maybe?
Could be.
Okay,
Maybe.
let's look at this baby. So this is Fish and Fuchsia.
Fish
You
and
wondered
fuchsia.
why we give you 15 more minutes.
Okay, I got to get this name right. I'll let one of you say it. Oh, and I got to introduce myself. We haven't done that
Who
part
are you?
yet.
Who are
I know.
you?
Right into
Who
it.
are
I am
you?
right into it.
It is time to puzzle. The time is now. We're ready to go. These people are ready to
Yes.
go.
This is Valerie Coit, your co-host along with Nate Welton and Joel Strelnick from Ravensburger joining me. Thank you guys for coming for the pairs
Thank
final.
you for having us.
Yes.
Wouldn't miss it.
Are you excited? Are you
Very
just
excited.
yeah?
Excited to be here and not on those tables.
Right? I mean, this puzzle is a bit of a challenge, perhaps, right? But I mean, I think they're up for the challenge. I think they can do this. These are some talented pairs we have
These are the
going
best
yes.
of the best.
Yeah.
The brightest, the boldest.
At first glance, I look at this and I think, well, that is a lot of pink, but I mean, all of the fish are pretty distinct.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
So-
clues
Yes.
there.
Right.
This is patterns galore. And there's a lot of subtle differences. I mean, at first you might think, okay, there's a lot of the similar colors, but I do see there are sections. I imagine people
Yeah.
are going to start puzzling by fish, looking at, okay, I see this green one with these polka dots,
Yep.
and going from there.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, Nate, I feel like you're in product development. Like, tell us, like, is that the goal? Is it to keep it so it's like something that can keep people moving on a puzzle? Is that, what goes into
I think
something
in the
like
context
this?
of speed puzzling, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to make sure there's something they can do. There's still the usual hints with puzzling, but it's got to be accelerated. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a lot of the criteria we look for when designing puzzles applies here.
Yeah, no, I think for sure. Literally, you can hear everybody like react audibly to the puzzle. It's so funny because over the past day and today, everybody's been asking me, so why is the pair final an hour and a half? Is it because the puzzle's harder? And I honestly think we just scheduled it to be a little longer. I don't know that we assigned the puzzle before we made the decision to just make it slightly longer so that more could potentially finish.
Yeah.
And then I think the puzzle design came later.
That's my understanding.
Yeah,
as well.
so it wasn't like intentional, but I
Yeah.
think everybody's going to think that now. They're going to be like, oh, yeah,
Based on
sure.
that image and based on everyone's reaction, I think that'll probably be the
Right?
general consensus.
They're going to be like, liar, Val,
Yeah.
you lied to
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
But no, I swear I wasn't like lying. But yeah, I'm glad we are giving them a little extra time.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many teams are competing right now?
So there are 200
We have
pairs
200
competing.
pairs, so
yeah.
100 teams.
No, it's
200
just
pair-
200
200
pairs. So
pairs.
it's 4 to a table,
This is
but
why I'm
2
in puzzles
pairs.
and not in mathematics, folks.
2 pairs on each puzzle, and they have the Zacco puzzle divider.
Yep.
Which, we're so thrilled to have those because that is definitely helpful for people now to make sure they don't get pieces mixed together. But yeah, I mean, basically we're looking at all the people who competed yesterday in the 2 pair preliminary rounds and finished in the top half of those rounds, then made it into this round. So they've already proved themselves to get
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, this puzzle should not be a problem. They should just, they'll be fine.
Can I
I'm
make
not
a Star
worried
Wars
about it.
reference?
Yes.
When people started puzzling,
Mm-hmm.
it's as if 200 pairs of voices cried out at once and were suddenly silenced because they have to start puzzling.
Exactly. Yeah, there was a very brief moment of oh, and now it's dead quiet in here as
Now
everybody's
people are
focused.
getting down to
There's
business.
always at least 1 or 2 puzzles where it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you were in that competition that people will talk about it for.
Yep, the rite of passage.
Yeah. So
I
we'll
do feel like
see.
this might be one of those times.
Yeah.
People will be like, it's the pink puzzle. What's
Although-
also,
oh,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
It's
We were
future.
surprised about this with Elspeth's puzzle.
Yes.
The last competition,
I
and
know.
then I think as far from
It
what
was
I understood,
faster.
faster than
it was
Dean's.
actually faster than Dean's, and that was a shocker.
Yep.
So that's the thing. We could end up seeing some really fast times because
Yep.
if people are really good at busy puzzles, this is right in that
Yep.
wheelhouse, right?
It's true. And that's the thing that I feel like I've really learned being in puzzles that people practice different kinds of puzzles to prepare for these events. So landscapes and busier puzzles, and it's a lot of these
Yeah, you
puzzles
gotta be ready for anything.
have prepared themselves for things
Yeah.
like these, and it's,
Right.
you always are going to have something like that thrown at you. At some
Yeah,
point, so.
and yesterday that came in handy if you're a landscape person because
Yeah.
the first one had a lot of landscape elements with the sky and water
That's
and
true.
a building and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's being mixed up a little
Yep.
bit here and there,
Yep.
but yeah, I think today I think the biggest thing that's come out of this is colorful. You guys have provided us with such vibrant, colorful puzzles for this event. that beautiful flower
Yep,
color
color
burst
burst.
last
Yep.
night
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
so
it is
vibrant.
beautiful.
And then today with the book club and the little tigers, and that was super, super colorful. So I think, if anything, that's a theme this weekend with all these
Color.
very bright,
Yeah.
colorful puzzles.
Yep. That's very, very distinctive of Ravensburger. I
Right,
would say,
right.
is, that beautiful color that they have.
So yeah, part of the reason I asked you guys to come and hang out at the desk is that you guys have been to a lot of this stuff now.
Yep.
And what are you?
Well, from the start. You
Yeah,
both,
right.
You and
Yeah,
I.
you've
3 for
both been
3.
to all three.
Yeah, all three.
We're
Yeah.
veterans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are. You're veterans at national championships now. So
Yeah.
what's different about this year?
Bigger every
Yeah.
single year.
Everything's
Every
bigger.
single year.
And people get faster.
Yeah.
I mean, there's,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
someone
Yeah.
who keeps coming, showing up, that is like, hey, I'm raising the bar.
Yeah.
And I think even I've noticed different techniques. I did not see this at the last USA Jigsaw, but turning the box.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's just to help,
orienting it to how you're
to
doing
help
the
people
puzzle.
just not even think about, I'm not puzzling a picture, I'm just puzzling shapes.
Yep.
I
yep.
think that's really smart, because then you're not
Yeah.
thinking about, okay, I need to find this fish or this object. You're just looking for, I just need these colors and these
Yep.
patterns, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, no, that's 100%. And it's also like you're not having to flip in your mind and go, okay, well, that's actually the left
Yep.
corner,
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's just like you look at that, look at the
Great
puzzle,
technique.
same deal. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. No, I definitely think as the community grows, we keep seeing new techniques, and then everybody kind of gloms onto them and goes, wait,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Which is so
I'll
cool.
do that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like today we saw the burrito method of people like folding up the first puzzle
Yes.
love it.
and then
Yeah.
push, you
Yep.
know, the burrito push and getting it off the
The
table in like
Chipotle.
2 seconds. Yeah. There you go.
Trademark.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, everybody's learning from each other. Everybody's
Yeah.
picking up new things. I hope people look at the Zacco table dividers and they're like, nice.
Yeah,
And-
all the accessories.
It's
Right?
a beautiful addition. Yeah,
Right,
It's,
yeah.
It's so great.
yeah. We came up with a new business idea for you guys today.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah,
Please
this
tell
is Sarah
us.
Schuler and I get full credit if you
Okay.
decide to do
Okay.
this.
Not surprised that Sarah was a part of this, but please continue.
This and Nathaniel. Nathaniel was part of the discussion.
Okay. Now we're in
I think
trouble.
you need a line of candles to go with your puzzles that give you the vibe of the candle of the puzzle.
That smell like puzzle dust.
Yes. Well, no, not that. Like we were looking at Nathaniel's and we're like, I want to do a puzzle that
Yeah.
has slight like Gandalf tobacco scent and like
Something
warmed
that fits the
cider
vibe,
Yeah.
and
setting,
yeah.
So you would not want a scented candle for fish
I
and
mean,
fuchsia.
you could do something. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, maybe not.
Smells like a
Fish market.
Fish
Fish
market.
market.
A couple days after.
We'll workshop this.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna take this
workshop- yeah,
offline.
keep working
circle
on
back.
it.
Yeah.
But like your
Don't
cozy
worry, Nate
series,
and I have got it.
you know, your
I mean,
cozy
yeah. Oh,
series
absolutely.
is ideal, right?
Yes,
so
absolutely.
you're going to
More
cut me in,
open
and
and,
we're
yeah.
going to work this out.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
great.
Doesn't lead you into those situations of we produced the fish and fuchsia candle set and it's not doing so great.
Well, yeah. So we're willing to do this, but we need to start with this puzzle first. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can probably make candles, no problem, right? I mean, board
Yeah.
games, candles, same
Yeah,
deal.
it's the same. It's just the factory down the road in
Yeah,
Ravensburg, Germany.
yeah.
That would be quite the request to production.
Yeah.
So guys,
I'll talk to
crazy
Thomas
idea.
later. He's here.
Candles.
I'll
Yeah.
just be like, Thomas, can you get into candles?
We Thomas, we're pals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Apparently, Sarah got the idea because down in the exhibit hall, you can literally buy like a Star Wars themed candle,
Oh, of
and so it
course.
Oh, wow.
supposedly
Yeah.
has like
Yeah.
Star Wars smells.
Yeah.
And I was like, puzzles. We can do
puzzle-themed
this.
candles.
We can make this happen.
Yeah.
Okay,
A
we
great
gotta
idea.
see. Are we seeing any progress? Are people getting the edges done? What are people? I don't know
Yeah,
if I'd
where are
even
we?
do the edge, you guys. What would you do?
I would start sorting colors.
How? Oh, textures. You
Texture,
can do
textures,
you can do things. You're
textures,
right.
textures,
Patterns.
and colors. Because
You're right.
I would do anything but pink.
You can look at background color because you've got a bunch here that have like a light blue background on them.
Yeah.
You've got a bunch that have a white background.
Yeah.
So you could start to pull those little piles and then make those little individual fish and then just start plopping them in where
Yeah.
they go.
Yeah.
I do think that this could really be a good puzzle for Andrea and Peng and Kelly Walker or Walter, who are at the table one.
Yeah.
Because they do. Have you heard like
Oh.
everybody refers to it now as the Dead Reckoning style, where
No, I have not.
it's basically you put pieces where they would go
Yep.
in the puzzle, and then you start to connect them later.
Yeah.
And they're really good at that.
I learned
So-
that from Tammy.
You did.
Tammy was the one who taught me how to do
Yeah.
that.
Really, yeah. So this is one of those because if you just do this tiny little fish and then you can
Yeah,
put it almost where
absolutely.
it's going to go,
Yeah.
and you're good at that placement.
Yeah,
that
if
could
you
be
if
really
you s-
cute.
like yeah, if you can't find where the other pieces are, you put it in the placement, and then
Yes.
they collect, and then you're able to find those
Yep.
connections
Yep.
there.
Yeah,
It's
so
so
this
much
is one
easier.
of those puzzles where that style could really be helpful, especially because, like you said, Nate, there's all these like intricate patterns that totally
Yep.
tell you which fish
And
it
I think it's
is.
going to fill up quickly if you're choosing those patterns first. So I actually think I wouldn't be surprised if people just go with a classic frame first.
I don't know.
Well,
I
on
feel
the
like the
border.
frame would be tough.
From what I can see from just where I'm sitting,
you're right. They
like
aren't
it
doing
looks
the
like
frame.
there is a
Yeah.
frame, and
Yeah,
then
we're
they
like, okay,
and
I've
then
got that
they're
pattern, that
placing
pattern.
them in
Yep.
No,
the
you're right.
space. Did you say Dead
Yeah,
Reckoning?
yeah, they call it Dead
Dead
Reckoning. style.
Reckoning. I love
So
that.
it's Sarah
There's a
and
sub-
Lauren. Yeah, you're right. There's Kathy and Jean Reuter and Sarah and Lauren, and they all have the edge done, I think.
Yeah.
And Connor,
Yep.
yeah, we're
Well, I
seeing.
mean, that seems like,
it helps you with the
starting
reference
the
point.
edge, starting with the edge, yeah, is going to help you with the reference point, and also it's just a definitive like. There's so much going on. I know where this goes.
Yep.
Yes, right?
So yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I do think this is going to be a puzzle too, where you're going to have gaps is where there's not a identifiable fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to have just a ton of pieces that have like some
Yep.
pink and orange on them, and you're like, I have no idea
I
where
think
these
a
go.
lot of our initial reactions were also in a 1,000 piece mentality. But because
Right,
this
it's
is
a
500.
because a lot of
Absolutely.
that space would be a lot
Yes.
larger. It'd be several
Yep.
pieces. In
There's-
this case, it might be
right.
one or two.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and
There's
it-
not going to be big
Yeah.
gaps.
Yeah, and it's sorry, I'm getting
No,
excited.
no, yeah, go ahead.
It's like you'll see different fish in one piece. So it's like as you're placing those fish, you're going to be able to orient them better on the field
Yeah.
by connecting those. So
Yeah. No, I do. Okay, so prediction time. We got to do it. And I'm going to write them down so I can hold you to it.
no.
What are your predictions? What do you think
You
for
first,
times?
Nate. You first, Nate.
Really should have not looked over at the table progress because now I feel like, okay, we have frames.
I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay.
Yeah, how about that?
Okay, I'll go first. Oh boy.
Oh, not so
What
easy.
I
is it,
wonder-
Val?
I wonder
One
what
of
the-
it's
all
not
these
easy.
people you
I
Okay.
wonder what the
balance
guesses
it.
are in the chat as
Yeah.
well.
Well, right. Yeah. What are people?
Somebody
saying in the chat? I
throw
wanna
me
cheat. I'm gonna look at the
throw us a
chat. Oh, we're
bone
way
there,
behind
chat.
in the
Tell
chat.
us, help me
Okay.
out here.
Oh, okay. We're seeing 38 minutes.
38 minutes, okay.
That's actually not a bad call, but I might go a little quicker than that.
Really?
I was thinking like 35.
Well, yeah,
So
that,
35?
so was I. That seems about right. I think that's
Yeah, 40
probably
minutes,
around
45
I
minutes.
don't know.
jinx on that one there, Val.
I mean, it's hard to know. I was gonna go and look at.
Yeah, we're seeing around all,
Yeah.
all
I'll
under
say
an
35.
hour for
Maybe
sure.
maybe when I was thinking about it, I was thinking about if I was doing it. So
Because in the pairs, I'm gonna like pull up some results
Six.
from our previous pairs. So with Art Studio, we were
Yep.
looking at Kelly Walter and Andrea Pang finished that one in 24:11. Allison Hannah 25:25.
Wow.
Jean and Kathy 26:40.
all right, that's good
I think
context.
35 is probably about right because it's
Yeah.
it's not that much harder than that puzzle, but a little bit, right?
Yep.
I was actually initially gonna say like 28, but I thought, oh no, that's probably too.
28.
I think
yeah,
35 is
35.
probably closer, but.
I'll say.
So that was for that one, and then the other puzzle, which was a little bit harder than Art Studio, Color Burst. Oops. Yeah, where'd it go? Okay, come on.
I would say I'm gonna go with 32.
Oh, you are okay.
Yep.
You're gonna okay.
and I'll say 38.
38.
Yep, that's
Okay.
what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Just to
32.
just to shoot higher. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, now we've kind of got a good gamut covered. Oh my gosh, I can't get this to pull up.
This isn't
of
the Price
course.
is Right where I can say I'll bet 1 minute.
I can name that tune in.
Yeah. Oh,
Dang, they're making some good.
I know. We've got so
Decent
many good
progress in
puzzlers
14
here.
minutes.
I mean, it looks like from what we're seeing on cam, a lot of people still going with starting with the border.
Yeah.
And it's going pretty quick.
Yeah, so actually Color Burst was not that much harder than the other one. The top team was Josh and Connor,
Yep.
They're
25-17. So maybe we were silly not to predict under 30, but this
we're
seems
silly
a little
for a lot of
harder.
reasons, but,
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. I think we've been surprised before.
You're right. And these, like I said, they're such strong puzzlers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the competition is fierce. I mean, I really have no idea who's going to win this thing. I mean, all of our pair rounds were so close.
Yeah.
The top 5 were all like within a few minutes of
Yep.
each other.
Yeah.
It's like this could really go in any direction.
And that's why we're here.
Right?
That's the
Edge
thrill
of your
of it.
seat,
Yeah.
thrilling action.
Is
Okay.
that- yeah.
I have to ask, did you guys get a chance, because I missed it, the celebrity puzzler that was here, Ray Chase, in the last round?
No, I did not
Does
see.
anybody know if he finished or did he just
not see.
no, you didn't see him?
No.
I didn't
I was
even
hoping
know.
to provide an update to people who are
Oh.
maybe interested, but I haven't heard
Okay.
anything.
That's cool.
Yeah, voice
He
actor
was one of the
here.
voice actors. He was
Yeah.
in X-Men 97,
and,
I believe. He
Yeah,
was the
Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Jujutsu
Yeah.
Kaisen.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know Ming-Na Wen is a huge jigsaw puzzler.
Yeah.
You couldn't get her here, Nate?
Listen,
Or I should say, Joel, you're a marketing person. Joel just sits in an office,
That's all I do.
pushes buttons.
That's all I
mean,
do.
Ming-Na Wen would be absolutely
I'm
welcome.
teasing.
We would get her a table. and
Right?
Be like,
Right?
Go ahead.
That would be amazing, right? I
Yeah.
want a Star Wars person.
Formal
in the room
formal
for sure.
invitation to come onto the.
Yep.
We're not going through proper channels.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine.
No, they're going to cut our audio any minute now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I do want to ask you both because, so I explained a little bit, but Nate, can you give us the abbreviated version of what you do at Ravensburger?
Sure. I am the product manager for licensed puzzles.
Okay.
So when we say licensed, that's the Disney and Warner Brothers, etc. So a lot of it is a combination of making sure stuff arrives on time. It's also a lot of art direction and just general management of the product line.
Nice, awesome. And Joel, your role?
I am the Ravensburger North America social media manager.
So Jigsaw Joel,
I am
otherwise known as
Jigsaw Joel in some circles. These circles. So
these circles.
these
This
circles.
one
This
circle.
circle, one circle. But yeah.
Well, so I mean, you talked about this is a little bigger competition, but as far as the fact that we are at AwesomeCon, is that for you guys just more in terms of responsibility while you're here versus the puzzling event, or is it kind of the same? You're doing the same stuff? Because I mean, Joel, I know you go to events all the time.
All the time.
Nate, do you go to a lot of events, or is this kind of unique for you to come and just engage with puzzlers?
This is my first Comic-Con, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
I've attended Gen Con,
Gen Con.
I've attended
Oh, right, yeah.
Licensing Expo. Although those are, it's been a combination of consumer facing and then more business facing. I think what's cool here is it's I'm always trying to absorb okay, what's going on? What are people gravitating towards? And yeah, because this is very much an overall comic.
Oh yeah,
Fandom.
we're just
Fandom.
this
Yeah.
little tiny
Yeah.
part of it,
Yeah.
but I mean, we're getting great
see, when-
exposure.
When
Yeah.
we're in the exhibit hall, our booth, people are coming over oh my god, I love puzzles, and
Oh, really?
it's it almost unlocks something in people.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very
Somebody
cool.
said, I love your games, and it's just so
Yeah.
funny to yeah, of course, we are, Ravensburger is a big toy company, and it's people know us for different things. Surprisingly, only one person so far has said, I love your games.
Oh wow,
But
really?
it's just funny that it's almost the opposite, because at Gen Con, it's a
yeah,
tabletop
puzzle,
game.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
board game.
it's
yeah.
the other way around. Oh,
Right.
you guys do puzzles.
Yeah.
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 Which is blasphemous if they don't know that you do puzzles. I mean, you're kind of a big deal in the puzzle world.
I don't know. I think a lot of people are brand agnostic with
Yeah,
puzzles,
sure.
and it's once you are in tune to it, you can't unsee it. And I think that's what the case with a lot of consumer
Yeah.
products, or just products that you aren't familiar with, and then you just start seeing how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, I think I'm so excited that we're here because it's cool to see all these people getting exposed to speed puzzling
Yeah.
who otherwise
Oh,
did
and it's
not know
such
it
a welcoming
existed.
community.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
such a welcoming, positive community.
Well, and the great thing that I've seen at every jigsaw puzzling event, and the reason that I love when we are at events that are beyond just the Jigsaw Nationals, is that it stops people in their tracks everywhere.
Yeah.
It is something that people have a context for puzzling, and then when you put a spin on it where it's oh yeah, puzzling, the thing that you really enjoy doing with your
Yeah, at the
grandma,
lake cabin or
that
with
you
your
did
grandma, yeah.
casually, you do
Yeah.
on holidays. But now we're putting this spin on it that you've got to do this as fast as you can.
Yes. It's an
Yep.
adrenaline sport.
And wait,
yeah.
there's a trophy involved? What is going on with
Yes,
it?
no, that's true.
It draws eyes, it draws crowds, and it stops people at every con that we go to, and it's approachable. Everybody has a context. Like I said, everybody has context for what a puzzle is.
Right.
So they're
I
like,
feel like everybody's at least touched one in their lives,
yeah,
you know, and done
absolutely.
one.
So
Yeah.
it's such an approachable thing that can be. It's fabulous. It's great.
Yeah. Okay. I suppose we should look at how people are going. I can
Oh, yeah.
see that's
Ooh, that is some good progress.
Lauren and
at
Sarah there.
20
yeah.
minutes.
And then who
Yeah,
is this that we're looking
I'm not going to win this.
Is it
Circumstance.
going to be
at? I know
sub
we're at
30?
20. We're at 20:35, and I'm starting to think we all.
It can't be.
we're maybe
It
wrong.
can't be.
I mean, look at Andrea and Kelly. We can see them from our table and how much
Oh
that's
my
filling
gosh.
I know.
in. Yeah, we underestimated these folks' ability.
But I think we also, and I also think the contestants underestimated how many clues there were. Because again, I'm thinking
That's
back
probably
to
true.
last
Yep.
Yeah.
USA Jigsaw,
Yeah.
when they
Yeah,
saw
man.
Elspeth's work, and then
Yep.
again,
No, you're 100%
plenty of hints.
correct.
And I know that's what Rachel and Elspeth, and when Rachel's selecting this artwork,
Yeah,
looking
they know
for.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
they
Yeah.
definitely know
Yeah.
what
What
they're
she's
doing.
doing for sure.
Yep. Oh, they were seeing a couple tables, so I think that looks like.
I mean, everybody is really
oh, I
kicking
know. Yeah,
puzzles
they're really
with this.
cooking. Okay, so that's definitely. Let's see, Sammy.
You like that one, Joel?
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah,
Thank you.
I hear
Sammy,
you on
yeah,
that one,
Sammy
buddy.
and Emily, or, yeah, and then Sammy and Tiffany. That's the thing that's hard about this, which I also think is so unique in this sport, is they're all sharing tables with their closest competition.
Oh yeah.
I know.
But
Which
then
is kind of weird to
it
be
is
right
weird.
next
It's
to.
it's weird, but it's also weird in such a wonderful way that like there's so many times where like it was like Mari Black was cheering on Kelly Walter as she was winning through the individual preliminary.
Yeah,
like it
yeah,
just
yeah.
is like this is such a special event, such a special
Yeah.
like
It reminds me of tennis, though, where you play, you're across the court, and then you go to sit down, and you're sitting right next to your opponent.
Oh,
I
right,
mean, you've
yeah.
got the
Sure.
chair
Sure.
Oh, that's a
separating
good
you,
point.
Sure.
But still, you're like right there. Sometimes you cross paths as you switch sides.
Sure.
I mean, this is something
Yeah.
pretty similar.
Yeah, I do think everybody's excited for somebody else who does really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oddly.
Yeah.
You know, and I think even with like Connor, you know, this 11-year-old coming in and just like smoking the competition,
Yeah.
and everybody's thrilled. Everybody's like,
Oh, yeah.
"Wow, that's so cool!"
Yeah.
You know, nobody's
Yeah.
like, "Oh," you know, it's,
I mean, there's a little bit of
Yeah,
there's a
I'm
little
sure
bit of
there's a lot of people
jealousy.
like, ugh.
yeah, right.
I can't speak for anybody at this table, but there's a little bit of jealousy out there, maybe just a little bit with young Connor.
No, but he's just, yeah. I think everybody's just excited.
Yeah,
Again,
he's
it's like
so great.
sports. There are younger players who are coming
Yep.
in. They're passionate. They're excited, and they're young. So yeah, of course, people
Yeah.
are gonna be like, whoa.
Yep. Yep.
His hands are a blur.
Yeah.
I know they are. Oh, there's Jean and Kathy we're seeing right now. It's so crazy because Jean and Kathy came on the scene at our 2022 event.
Yeah.
And they were not doing a ton of competitions at the time, and they won the pairs division by like 10 minutes. It was
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yeah.
Here they are a couple years later, and they're having to work for it, right? Like they've
Sure.
got a lot of competition in this room that's right on their heels.
Sure. They're still up there. They're,
Yep.
they're great competitors.
I think that's okay. Who are we looking at there? Oh, that's Michaela and EB.
I'm so
Oh.
curious to know the communication that's going on because it's not like it's there's still a little bit of a hum.
Yeah.
Right? But
It's
it's
not
it's like
super
little
loud,
bursts. It's
right.
little bursts of communication.
And some great progress that we're seeing.
Yep.
Oh, that's Alice.
Hannah-
We're seeing
Hannah
Alice
Scott.
and
Okay, so-
Hannah Scott. So that's our. Oh, yeah. And then we're seeing
Yeah.
two groups going. I see Melinda. Oh, I can't remember
Maybe-
who
maybe we
Melinda's
weren't that
competing
off.
with. Melinda
don't
is
know,
smart.
man.
She wears Melinda Owens. She always wears like the bright thing in her hair, which makes her very easy to identify. Which I love it.
I think the consistency is important for puzzlers, like getting in
Oh,
the zone.
There we're seeing Gray and Cat.
Yep.
Gray and
Yep.
Cat are familiar names. Everybody knows them.
Yep.
In that they were the first from the U.S. to get on the stage at Worlds in 2022. Kind of puzzle legends.
We're
A
among
lot
them.
of legends here.
Right.
We're among them.
Yep.
Quite a few in the making as well. Kelly Walter and Andrea Pang.
Okay, we're going there. We can see Andrea and Kelly. And like I said, I do think right now they're looking pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
I'm trying not to talk too loud where they can hear us because I don't want to
they're
throw them
literally
off.
just
but-
I think
stone throw
I'm
away.
actually surprised to see them not wearing, or maybe they have one headphone or AirPod in, but
no,
it
they
seems
don't
like
because they want to be able to talk.
Communicate with
Yeah.
one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something we talked about because for people who are used to competing in headphones, it's a little bit weird
yeah, sure.
to then go to the pair and team events,
Sure.
but you really do need to be able to talk to each other, so they don't usually wear any kind of headphones.
Now,
Well-
if we had a stadium audience,
Uh-huh.
which sport do you think this would most equate to? Because I would imagine,
Oh.
again, I'm drawing a lot of parallels to tennis because this is a
Yeah.
very, even fellow competitors, it's very respectful of each other,
Yeah,
very
right. No,
encouraging. So I
that's
wonder
true.
if people would really only cheer until
Like when
completion,
it's
someone completes.
No, that's probably right. I do feel like at Worlds, it's a little more rowdy.
Yeah,
I would
oh,
say,
absolutely.
Right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I definitely think the crowd there
Oh, yeah.
is like you hear a lot more shouts of encouragement during.
Yes,
You know, whereas
yeah.
here it's kind of like
More
if somebody
zoned
yells, you're
in.
like, wait, what is that person
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that environment lends itself to that a little bit because
Yeah.
it's this big dome.
And
and
it's
it's
like-
very
it
big
feels
and like
more
expansive.
outside
Right,
than
right.
than many of the U.S. nationals.
Yeah, exactly.
So warm.
Now, at what point do you think we're going to start seeing coaches?
Oh,
For
it's
teams.
already there's coaches.
No, I mean like coaching a
like
team.
here.
Like you have the offensive puzzler line, and then you have the defensive puzzler line. No, you have the puzzle forward, or like the
Right.
corner.
I do know there's puzzle coaches out there. There's
Yes.
people coaching people for money.
I'm
and
just really,
consulting,
Val,
but
trying
yeah,
to
no,
see
you're
how
right.
far we can push this to
Sport-
be
the
like
sport
one, like,
metaphor?
Yeah,
sport
stadium.
lineup.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
if anything, I would think more draft for teams and like
yeah.
pairs and
Yeah.
like yeah.
Oh, the draft, a
Yeah, right.
speed puzzling draft would
Right.
be wild.
Oh, I've talked for a long time about doing brackets.
Really?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
Well, here's something funny though, is that we, I would say this community is so, like, nice and so kind of, there's like this sweetness to
Oh,
everything.
absolutely.
That we kind of avoid actually talking about players in turn. Like, we have a ranking, but we don't like try to dwell on it too much
Yeah.
because there's also an element of we want people to just keep having fun with it.
Yes.
And not feel a super amount of pressure or, so that's a little bit of an
I
element
think it
too.
also changes so much. Like the
Right.
times, like they're. I mean,
yeah, it's so variable,
Yep.
and there's so much that goes into people's times to begin with. So it's like competition to competition.
Right.
Who knows?
Yep. No, for sure. It's something that we're conscientious of.
Oh,
of,
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
not
sure.
wanting
Oh,
to put a lot
absolutely.
of pressure on people. Because ultimately, we still want them to have fun.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's what it's
It was
about.
super funny. Right before this, when we were just getting ready to start, I talked to Josh and Connor a little bit.
Great.
And I was like, so how are you guys doing? And Connor was just like, ugh. And it
Aw.
was because he'd just done the team,
Oh,
Heat
sure.
B. And he was like, that first puzzle was not my kind of thing.
we have to remind ourselves that Connor is 11.
Yeah,
know, right?
That's-
Because
yeah.
we talk about Connor like he's been puzzling for decades,
Right.
like for longer than he has
Right.
lived.
He literally
and
just
we
started
have to
speed
remind us, yes,
puzzling like
he
a
is
year
11
ago.
years old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful
But it was,
honesty.
it was a
Yes,
great
beautiful
response.
honesty
like,
indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, brutal honesty. And he was, but I mean, he's in his element. He's
Yeah.
told us that he loves being in this community because it's like he's found his people.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm happy to hear
That's
that.
so exciting.
And there are some other young
those
kids
hands.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about
Right.
like not having ear pieces in to be able to communicate, like that, like
Oh, wow. Andrea and
Yeah.
Kelly are close, aren't
They
they?
are.
I think they're really close.
Josh
Look at
and-
how fast they're
Josh
going.
and Connor have such a great working
And
relationship.
like, see, you can see like that nice overhead shot
Yep,
right
that's a
now of
great
the
shot.
two of them, and I think it looks like
Yeah.
Kelly and Andrea are closer, but I'm
yeah,
not.
know, it's
yeah.
hard to
I
say.
think they
It's a
just
little
they have a
hard.
little bit of an edge,
Yep. Maybe a minute ahead.
Yeah.
Even.
maybe.
Maybe. I mean, definitely a little ahead, but
Yep.
another thing we saw earlier today is sometimes these teams, when they get to where they have like those 30, 40 pieces left, it's like something clicks and it
Yep.
goes into
Absolutely.
overdrive,
Yep.
and all of a
Absolutely.
sudden they're done like so incredibly fast. You're like, oh, maybe they have like 4 minutes left, and it's like 30 seconds
Yep.
later done.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what just happened? So yeah, it's intense.
I don't know. I think you might be close to that 32 there, Nate.
I think you're right. I think Nate's gonna maybe nail it. Because actually,
Yeah.
was the opposite,
I mean, I
right?
did springboard
Yeah.
off of your time, Val.
Yep. Yeah, Nate, you might have this one. I'm glad I didn't put any money down or anything. We should have bet with Dr. Peppers or something because I have been so thirsty all day, and I'm like, I want to win all the Dr. Peppers.
We don't have to bet for it, Val. I'll go get you something.
I need to earn. I need to win my Dr. Pepper.
No. You've earned more than enough. You've been on live stream.
We are all so run ragged that nobody has time to go get a water or
Yeah,
a Dr.
this has
Pepper.
been intense.
It really has.
Even how Kelly and Andrew, you think about the posture,
Oh, yeah.
just the positioning that they're getting
Yes.
in to make sure. I mean,
Yep.
I think they're also thinking about how
They're
much time
so
it's going to take them.
close.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're so close.
Oh gosh, they're so close. This is agony. When you're a speed puzzler, this is when it's the absolute worst because you're just waiting for somebody else to yell done, and you're like, oh God, it's gonna happen.
Yep.
They're gonna come in and
Here they go.
and they're gonna do it before me.
Don't mind me.
Oh boy. Here we go.
And I mean, even them avoiding, you're not seeing a lot of overlap or them getting in the way of each other.
No, right. Oh.
Don't mind me.
Or are you gonna?
I'm always on the clock.
If you need to get up and go get it, Joel, you can.
I'll be right back.
Yeah,
We can cover
you
this.
go
Yep,
for it. We can
got
cover it. Joel's got to do his job.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, is it going to be 32?
It might be 32. I mean, look at though.
Look at that, I know.
Look at Josh and Connor. They are right behind them.
Yes. But somebody's saying that table 3, though, too, with Alice and Hannah. I mean, it's neck and neck.
Again, they could be within a minute of each other.
Yeah, they
Getting
could.
down to the last few
And then
pieces.
you're seeing Jean and Kathy, they're close. I
Yep.
mean, Tiffany and Lauren, or
Yep,
sorry,
again.
Lauren and Sarah.
I think this just
Oh,
goes
yeah,
to
here
show
it
it's
goes.
the puzzle
Andrea and
hints.
Kelly.
There it is.
Wow, that had to be right around 32:20. So yeah, you got it, Nate. You guessed right. Congratulations. You called it.
I'm not the real winner here.
Okay, keep going, Connor and Josh.
Yep.
You guys got this. You
Yep.
could do the. They got to keep going. And then we got Alice and Hannah right behind, and they're probably
Yep.
right on their heels.
Yep. I mean, look at Connor go.
Oh yeah, I know. It's crazy. Sorry, everybody. I'm barely able to comment. I'm so mesmerized
I
right
know.
now. Right?
I don't think they need our commentary
No,
for this
right?
part.
Just
They just need
watch.
to watch.
Oh goodness. Okay, Chris, be careful. Some photographers getting in there. Somebody can. Oh, there. Got it. 33,
Wow.
18-ish. Josh and Connor. Wow. Wowie, wow.
That is good stuff.
Yeah. That is amazing. At the 1 and 2 spots, right? So past success sort of
Yep.
dictated how that went.
But still, I mean, we still got people puzzling.
Yeah, no, I know. And I bet 3, 4, and 5 are going to
Yep.
be tight.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, look at that. You can see Alice and Hannah are
Yep.
right there. Be careful of space with people. Oh, boy. Oh, Kathy and
Wow.
Jean. Kathy and Jean Reuter. Kathy and Jean Reuter just came in, I don't know, maybe 35, 15. Oh, gosh. And then now look, it's such a tight race between Sarah and Lauren.
Yep.
Michaela and Evie and Alice and Hannah.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be so tight. Oh, Lauren and Sarah finished. So Lauren
Did
and
they
Sarah
finish,
in fourth.
Immediately after?
I mean, just now, I think.
Just Sarah and Lauren? I
Yeah.
think they did.
Oh, who did? Gene and Kathy?
Right
no,
next to them.
I think. Oh yeah, no, they were right next to him. So it was Gene and Kathy,
Wow.
and then Lauren and Sarah. Yeah,
Because I think
Which
Sarah
is-
looked over and said like, "Oh, you finished too?"
yeah, I know.
Is it just me, or is it the twins and Sarah's team are always usually
Yes,
neck
they are
and
neck and neck. Lauren and Sarah and Gene
Lauren-
and Kathy are
Lauren's-
always
yeah.
right next
Neck
to each
and
other.
neck.
Oh, there's another one. So Michaela and EB. Michaela and EB just finished. That had to be right around 35:20. Oh my gosh, this is getting nuts, you guys. It's
Yeah,
too
they're-
close.
Again,
They're all just one
I-
after the other.
I think this
Oh,
would have
and
been a
there's
totally
Alice and
different
Hannah.
story if this was a 1,000-piece puzzle, but because it's 500 pieces, a lot of those things we talked about, it's just the patterns are there.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's great context.
Yep.
It's oh my gosh,
Wow.
another
one right after the other.
Oh,
one
yeah.
right after the other.
Yep, that was Emma and Min. They just
Wow.
finished.
Wow.
There's Sammy and Emily. Oh my gosh. Mari and Hannah are going there. That's who we're on right now.
I mean, you gotta
And see
appreciate again,
Tiffany
it's
and
about the
Sydney.
community because even though you have
Yeah.
people who have completed the puzzle, they're still hey, people are still puzzling, people being
Oh, yeah,
respectful.
they're
It's
so
awesome.
respectful.
Yeah,
It's
they're hanging
awesome.
around.
They get their picture
Yep.
and they get out of
Yep.
there. They get out of the
So
way.
good.
Yeah, everybody's so nice.
I mean, what a rush of adrenaline that's
I
gotta
know,
be.
right? I like ending the night on these. We switched the order of everything this year, and I like this. I like that now it's Saturday night. Everybody's woo,
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
you're going to be done at 7:30, or
Sure.
it's not even 7:00 yet. They're done. They can go have a nice dinner,
Yep.
relax, and then tomorrow do individuals and
Yep.
all be stressed about that. Hopefully they can forget it for tonight and just enjoy themselves. But
Yeah.
the individuals are the most stressful. I think
Oh, sure.
everybody loves doing pairs and teams, and then
But the thing is you go back to the hotels and everybody is still puzzling until at least 3 a.m. I remember the first one.
Yeah.
It was midnight, and we were like, "Hey guys, you need to go to bed.
I do remember
You
that.
need
Yep.
to We're turning off the lights.
Yeah.
You need to go to your bedrooms. You can puzzle there, I guess.
Yes. Well, they wouldn't have had the good lighting.
Yeah, valid point. Valid point.
No, you're right. The number of people we interviewed after doing 2 1,000 pieces in a row who were like, we're probably going to go do some more puzzling. It was like, oh my gosh.
I mean, the reactions people are having when they're seeing their time, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder how many people keep a timer versus not for something like this. Do they even need the time? I would think it would distract you to have your own personal
Having
timer.
your own personal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think it-
no, they don't usually. A lot of them don't.
Yeah.
I feel like it would keep me from looking up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I
Oh,
wanted to
really?
keep it on the table,
Where you can
instead
see
of because I feel like every second counts. So it's if it's on
Yeah.
the table.
Oh,
for
for
me
sure.
personally, I'm not a professional puzzler,
Oh,
but I
there's
feel like
Mari
that could
and
be
Hannah.
that could be the
Nice.
merit of it.
People are crushing this puzzle.
They are
Yeah, they're doing
crushing
great.
it. I mean, the fact that they're we were worried. What were we worried
I
about?
think the community, the contestants were much more worried.
Right.
And then they
When it
started
came
puzzling.
out,
They're probably like, oh, okay.
Not so bad. I would love it. Oh, there we got Sammy and Emily.
Nope.
Nice.
I mean, it's just one after another.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like that from now until the end, honestly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because all of these people have already done a competition to qualify and
Yes.
get in
Yeah,
here.
yeah, so they're
which
all
just tells me that they're
capable.
they're all
They're
capable
ready.
of finishing this within
Yes.
an hour
Yeah.
and a half.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if everybody in here completes this puzzle
Yeah.
in the time.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll finish in like an hour and I can go take a nap.
Yeah.
That's
We can all take a nap.
Right? Well, probably that's not
I mean,
even
this
accurate.
is this is great stuff.
I'll just go watch the live stream
Yep.
some more. Because I'm a
What is-
narcissist.
what is I was gonna say, what's the live stream without Val? Is the question.
that's true.
Oh,
There is
that's
no
so
there is no
sweet.
live stream without Val.
That is true.
Yeah, I watch it all the time. It's
Yep.
like
Yeah.
how I make sure I feel good about myself.
Good, as you should. There's a lot to feel good about.
It's so fun. I honestly, the number of people I meet because of this,
Yeah.
they know me and they come up and I'm always like, I love it. I do. I genuinely
You're a
love
star.
it. Well, it's kind of cool.
It is cool.
I do
Incredibly
have a
cool.
funny story in that
Yeah.
I think, okay, so little behind the scenes here, but it took me 2 days to get here because of flight delays and just it was a total travel nightmare
Oh,
of getting
sure.
here. And I have my 88-year-old mom with me, which doesn't
She's wonderful.
complicates things a little bit, but yes, I mean
Little
she
bit.
is wonderful, but you know it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
hard on a
Oh, yeah.
person.
Sure.
And so we finally get here, and I come to the venue, and I'm like working all day, and then I go back to the hotel, and as I'm coming in, and I'm just like, I feel like I've been run over by a bus, and there were a bunch of people, and they all like pointed and waved, and I was like, oh no.
Oh.
But it was also sweet because they
Yeah.
were all like, that's Val. And I was like, I felt like I probably look
You are
like
exhausted.
bedraggled. And I was like on my way to my car and I was just like, hello.
Yeah.
But I'm also,
Yeah.
I'm in a terrible condition.
Yeah.
And what they saw was a glowing icon of live stream
Yes.
speed puzzling,
It was
and they
lovely.
were in awe.
It lifts me up. So I was like,
Good.
thank you all. But yeah, it
Good.
was kind of
Yeah.
hilarious.
I mean, shout out to the production team
Yeah.
for while we're just we're just ranting.
I
as
know.
they're actually keeping the action
I
going.
know, and they
This
are
is
on
good
their feet
stuff.
all
Yep.
day long. What's crazy is the group that we're working with, like they're DC based, and I was telling them, like, have you ever done anything really like this? And they're like, we're in DC. We do a lot of political events.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so this is a bit different for
This
you.
is a little different.
I think they're loving it because
Oh,
they
yeah.
keep talking to us about how fast everybody is
yeah.
and how they can't believe
The
it.
techniques that are
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
used.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a very different environment for them
Yep.
in terms of like being on their feet all day running around
Yeah.
to get all the shots.
Yeah.
Like it's been really crazy, but we're having a blast.
Yeah.
You can't hear it, but in my ear is all the chatter, and there's so much like laughter and teasing and like having fun and
Yep.
talking about the puzzlers, and yeah, they're great. They're loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always like saying in my ear, "Oh, that's so cute. Oh, look at that. That
Yep.
was really sweet."
Yeah.
It's adorable. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna start bringing some puzzlers over.
Okay.
So let's get situated. You guys don't have to leave. You can leave, or you
Well-
can stay and help interview. Okay. All right. Well, Joel and Nate will be back. They stepped away for a little bit, and I don't know if it's on. There you go. And I am so excited to introduce our pairs champions for this year's nationals, Kelly Walter and Andrea Pang. How you doing? Congratulations.
We're good. I think Kelly's still shaking. I don't know.
Are
Yeah,
ya?
it's stressful.
Little adrenaline.
Stressful.
Yeah.
I think that's the fastest I've ever seen your hands move, Kelly.
Yeah, well, they were like switching the camera between us, and like we could tell they were moving, so we were like, it's
Oh,
close.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we were-
yeah. Sorry, I know that's like a super distraction. The number of
Oh.
times I am telling them in the thing, I'm like, you guys are kind of close to them. Like, are you okay?
No, it's okay.
Let us know
They're
if it's
great.
like, let us know if you're like, back off.
It's most nerve-wracking when the camera's on the people next to you.
Yes.
Maybe a little more than when they're on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, okay, I have to ask. Literally, the crowd made a noise when this came out of the bag. But, like, what did you guys think?
So I think this is my best way of describing it. It's a mix between, and you'll only if you watch a ton of speed puzzling will you get this, between the 2023 pairs A and I think it was C, the underwater fish,
colorful
Yes.
underwater
and
species.
the color palette of the school or whatever artists. I don't remember what the name.
I know,
of
I
it
wish I
was.
knew all the names, like, off the top of my head, but yes.
But we're pretty good at busy.
Yeah. It made me think of colorful underwater species, which I did 2 years ago with my daughter. And in the end, I said we should have pick and placed. And this time, that's what we did. We just pick and placed.
I literally, I hadn't really thought of it, but just interviewing you over yesterday and today, I immediately thought, I was like, wow, this really does lean into that strategy. And I said, and you know, you can watch the live stream, I said right away, I was like, I think Henry and Kelly are going to have this because this is like the perfect pick and place puzzle.
It was good because you could, like, my eye was drawn to the darker fish. Kelly was doing some different colors, but then we kind of alternated between, like, some fish colors and then switching to background color because you could pick out like, okay, there's a light
Oh,
orange
really?
background, and so you could pick a light orange background and then match it. But
Like-
it wasn't a
Oh.
gradient, but they were
wow.
splotchy around.
Oh, I
Some
thought
green
that would be
background popped up.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because once you filled in enough of the fish, it was like, okay, I have a red piece. There's only like 5 places
Oh,
that
that's
the red
true.
background's
Yeah,
gonna
it's like a
go.
little there,
Yeah.
a little, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a good challenge.
I mean, I love how vibrant it is, and I did think that. I think at first glance you think, oh God, that's going to be hard. And it was harder than the 2 qualifying round ones because the time is a little later. I think you guys finished in around, like 32. And yesterday it was like winning times were right around that 25-minute mark. But at the same time, it was like when you really look at it, it's like, yeah, every fish is different. So there's tons of context clues. So it's not like terrible. But it was funny because you've all been sleuthing and asking me, is this longer because the puzzle's harder? And it genuinely isn't because the timing all gets decided long before we know which puzzle is which round. But I'm like, everybody's going to think that's what we did. Because initially this looks hard. Yeah.
I was worried. Well, originally I was thinking it might be the Pep Rocky or no.
Ingrid.
Yeah. If they're too easy and you have the fastest people, that it might be just like finish,
Yeah,
and we would
yeah.
all be close to each other. So I'm glad it was a little harder, that maybe it staggered the finishes.
Yeah, you
A
guys
little
had
more.
a comfortable window. You had about a minute before Josh and Connor caught you there with like second place, and it was a little right around a minute difference.
Yeah.
So that's a nice bit of breathing room that you had there.
Didn't feel like it. I need to finish right now.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
They're
after
great.
that, I will say, it's literally like every 20 seconds or so, it was just like bing, 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 just down the row. And, so yeah. I mean, looking at this round, when we looked at the list of it's just like, I literally was like, it could be anybody in the top 20. It's just sort of crazy when you look at like all these folks. There's people in here. I feel like it could go any way, just depending on the puzzle.
I feel like most people are going to finish though, because it's also one you can continue to keep working on, even if it's not as fast.
If this
So-
was 1,000, people would be mad at us.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine.
But
Yeah.
500 feels good, right?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
a lot of the times just matter on what comes out of the box and whose strengths it plays to.
Yeah. I mean, must feel good because now you've gotten first in this division, and are you going to breathe a little easier for tomorrow, or is the pressure still on, do you feel
I'm
like?
not, but she might.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow. How I
We feel good about our team though, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You
so-
guys got a great team. I mean, you're going to have fun regardless because
Yeah.
you clearly enjoy puzzling together
Yeah.
and having a good time. So, yeah.
And Jean and Kathy also did amazing today. So
I know, right? I mean, one's to watch tomorrow, I guess, a little bit with both of you finishing in the top 3. Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting to see if every pair in here finishes. I think there's a good
think there's
chance.
a
I
good
hope
chance.
so.
Yeah,
I hope so.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah. Yay. Oh, you're watching? Yeah.
We're just seeing there's a lot of people finishing back to
know.
back,
Yep.
so that's really nice.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's like already looking. There's like a good, chunk, like a quarter of the room is like done.
Is this an artist who's done other puzzles
Oh, yeah.
for
I was
Ravensburger?
going to say, yeah. So it's Nomi Ebarts. Nomi Ebarts?
I recognize the name.
Yeah, really, really cool.
That's
I don't
nice.
know, actually. I should have gotten like a little more
Look it up.
info on the artist in advance. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's very pretty. I mean, I'm excited to do it.
Yeah. And it's been fun. We've been watching all the other countries' nationals today, and to see that, like, Finland actually had Sweet Street for their pairs
did
final
they?
today, and that was ours last year.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty proud of our board and Ravensburger for getting us a new,
Unreleased.
yeah,
It's been
something
fun.
new.
It's been
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah.
And totally surprising when it comes out, because I don't know that there's any other puzzle out there. I mean, there's really nothing that I can think of like this that
No.
people could say they've practiced something very similar.
Oh,
so-
right. Yeah, no, I mean, we are really, yeah, we're so lucky. I just feel like we're so lucky. Ravensburger is so generous and kind, and And just the fact that they've just are all in on this. When we had Thomas on the live stream yesterday, he was like, honestly, he was like, you're helping us. Because he was like, we were on the verge of wanting to do this ourselves and just like start to have more events that were puzzle related. And then you just kind of came along and said, hey, we want to do this. And it was like this magical like moment of, oh, perfect. Like that's something that they were interested in. So it's been a great mutual like beneficial partnership. But yeah, we couldn't ask for more support. I mean, they're just incredible. Yeah.
It's been really great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
13 unpublished puzzles is kind of a record breaker, I think, for an event. So yeah, they really came through.
It's exciting to know everyone is going to be a new one, and like you're just waiting to see what's going to come out of the bag. You're like, ooh, do I want to buy that one? And the answer has mostly been yes. So.
I did make, I don't know if you saw it, I had all these stickers that we designed that we were giving away, and one of them had like a heavenly image and said, well, a new puzzle is great, but have you ever done an unreleased Ravensburger before anybody else? And it's like, yeah, that's a nice feeling, right? Yeah, I imagine there's lots of Europeans watching that are like, because they aren't going to be able to get their hands on them.
Taken orders.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I don't know. I can't bring them all back in the suitcase, but I will be placing a big order on Monday and
doing some shipping.
So.
Well, yeah. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to that's out there watching?
Well, quickly, I'd like to shout out to Jessa because she designed my shirt.
Oh, I love it.
And I wanted a shirt
that's so cute.
Kind of represented how welcoming the puzzling community is, and it's on Puzzworthy, but I wanted to wear it, and Kelly decided to surprise me and buy one also so that we could match for pairs.
That's so cute. And I love your puzzle necklace.
Yeah, shout out to Kelly and Jessa and Joyce for doing that. And yeah, I have a penguin and a puzzle piece. So.
Aw. Yeah, and the t-shirts, if you can't see them, they say all are welcome at my table.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yes.
I love it. How about you, Kelly? Shout out to anyone?
I mean, shout out from both of us to the board. Thank you so much for making this happen, and Robinsburger for making this happen this year. I know it was more of like a last minute type of thing.
A little bit.
So we appreciate that. Shout out to my parents, my sister, everyone who's watching, and my family.
Okay, my family too.
Yeah. You have lots of fans. There's so much like, yay, Kelly and Andrea.
And thank you to everyone that I don't know that cheers for me too. That's really fun.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Val.
Yeah. Send on over the Josh and Connor if you can find them, or Kathy and Jean if they're around. Any of them want to come over, just send them on over.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like so many people are finishing. I just feel like every time I look up, I'm talking to people, winners, and then I look up and it's like there's always somebody finishing. I am going to
All right, everyone, keep on puzzling. I just wanted to announce our top 3 finishers. I'll announce all of them at the closing ceremonies, but let's give a quick round of applause for our 3rd place winner, Kathy and Jean Reuter. 34 minutes and 15 seconds. Just 1 minute faster, 33 minutes and 16 seconds. Connor DeLotte and Josh Traeger. And in 1st place, 32 minutes, 19 seconds, just 1 minute faster, defending their title from 2024, Kelly Walter and Andrea Pang. Great job, everyone. Keep on puzzling. This puzzle is a tricky one, so we are getting lots of finishes very close to each other. If you don't see or feel someone near you as you're getting close, please raise your hand to alert us. It is tough for us to find everyone because it is not as clear when you're going to finish. So please raise your hand when you get close. Great job, everyone. You've got about 35 minutes left, so keep on puzzling.
All right. I'm so excited to introduce our next guests. We have 2nd place finishers and the pair final. So officially number 2 in the country, Josh Traeger and Connor DeLotte. So welcome back to the commentary booth. How are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
Yeah.
Tough puzzle. I'm glad it's over.
Oh my gosh, it was so exciting. It was like edge of your seat kind of situation over here as we were watching because you guys were so close. Could you tell that you were like really close, or were you just so focused on the puzzle?
Like, I looked like to the side when we had like 50 pieces left.
Uh-huh.
And then I saw we were like neck and neck with Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, we may win this. And then when they finished, we only had like 50 pieces, 30 pieces left. So they were just trying to put them in. And then once we finished, I realized only they had finished.
Yeah.
I was like, we got second?
Yeah, right? That is amazing, Connor. Your first national championship and you come in second. You must be feeling very, very good about that. You should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
With the difficulty of the puzzle and the time
Yeah.
we were at, I had a feeling we were doing pretty well.
Yeah.
My goal was to keep him focused on the puzzle and not on what was going on around us.
That's a hard thing, right? Like, this is probably new for you to have all these cameras and all this stuff happening. Is it hard for you to focus, or are you doing okay?
Like, since this national championship and like this is like the real thing in the finals, I was like seeing if we could win this since we won our prelim, and then just try my best and try to finish the puzzle.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, what were you thinking, Josh?
A symbol fish and give them to Connor.
I love that you're like, I'm the helper, I'm facilitating. I do want to talk about the puzzle because, I mean, is this a style of puzzle that you like? A really busy style like this?
I don't do busy a lot, but I like doing them.
I mean, I would not purchase that puzzle if I went to
Is
a
that
store.
one that you,
no.
yeah.
But I mean, it was fine overall. Like,
It
when
was
you
a little
break
bit.
it down, the thing is you're looking at it so quickly because you're trying to assemble it so fast that you really can't enjoy the nuances of it.
Yeah.
But like there are definitely different textures to the fish, and it's they kind of blend together when you're trying to put
Do
them
they?
together.
A little bit? I am
Yeah.
wondering that when you spread all the pieces out, is it just a big mess of pink and you're sort of like, where to begin?
Pink and
Like-
orange, yeah.
Well, I was doing the edge. It was just sorting the green parts. And then, like, I just tried to get the bigger fish done. So then that would clear up most of the puzzle. And then at the end, we just filled in a lot of the rest of it.
Yeah, you're just looking for like, where does this one go? Where does this one go? Yeah. I was actually surprised because I kind of thought the edge would be hard, but then watching everybody did the edge first. So was it not that bad to do the edge?
Well,
did you
we did the edge
Mm-hmm.
because then we have something to work off because we knew it was going to be a hard puzzle. So then if you do the edge on this one, it should go a lot faster and it should give you a frame to work off of.
Yeah, I actually
I
was.
think there's
yeah.
enough fish intersecting the edge that you could build it, and different color pockets along it.
Did you need to reference the box a lot when you were doing
I
the edge,
did it.
or not really? No.
Well, I wasn't really using it on the edge, but then when I was trying to find all the big fish in place, that's when I started like, okay, this fish goes here, oh, this fish goes there.
I mean, it helps that the fish are all different. I think if they were a bunch of different, like,
Yeah.
if this
Yeah,
one was
that would-
identical to this one and this one, and then it would have been a lot
Yeah.
trickier. But when they're all just slightly different, it definitely helps. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
It was just hard locating all the pieces to complete a fish. So you like have a partial fish hanging out there. But
I mean, I'm excited to do it because I like bright puzzles, and I kind of, but I don't. Yeah, speed puzzling. I don't know. Seems like a fun one to do, and
Yeah.
it's
In
like
my
more
opinion,
casual.
I feel like this one is better than the one I had this afternoon, the tiger one.
Oh yeah.
I think
Well, the tiger one is more. I feel like that blurriness of color,
the
and so
tree-
yeah, harder to place.
like
maybe.
the tree was even hard because like there's no definite like shading in
Yep.
the tree, so I was just struggling with that, and then I had to do like the green background, and then like I was just struggling most of the puzzle, but the second one was okay.
part of it was piece count too. The
Yeah.
tiger puzzle
Yep.
in a 500 piece would I would say that'd be okay.
Yeah.
And 1,000, like it just
Yeah.
the difficulty increases exponentially.
Yeah, right. We talked about if this was 1,000, people would be like, "What
It'd
are
be
you
like
doing
the
to me?"
one from Worlds a couple of years ago with all the lines.
Yeah, right. Like the
The
Boston
building, yeah.
skyline one.
Yeah.
Yes. No, you're right. It would have been a
That
lot
kind
harder.
of gave me
You
a
guys would have been
flashback.
counting a lot of pieces.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I of course, it came out, people were immediately making predictions. We all underestimated you.
Did you really? What'd
Everybody
you
was
predict
like,
us?
like 40, 38, and then you guys came in. I said 35.
For the for the fastest
Yes,
finish?
yeah. And then you guys, you came in way before
Mm-hmm.
any of us predicted. So it's pretty good. It's pretty talented there. Yeah. You definitely have a future in speed puzzling, Connor.
Well,
I think it's safe
when
to say.
Just needed to
Josh-
pay more.
When Josh saw that there's a higher limit to the puzzle, that's like he thought it was going to be a hard one because if they're adding time in the
Everyone's
finals,
doing
Uh-huh.
such a
then it's
great job.
probably
We're
going to be
right at the
hard.
1 hour mark.
I
Just
talked about
reminder
this a
to
lot
keep
because a
those
lot
belt
of people have been
voices
asking me
nice
that
and
question.
quiet
Is it going to be
for
super
all of us.
hard because you
Thank
made it longer? We honestly, when we made the schedule for the event, we didn't know what puzzles were going in what divisions
I was
yet.
trying to be
Oh.
so quiet.
So-
You couldn't hear
so
me,
we made the
please?
schedule
Everyone,
more
try to
based
keep our
on-
voices
more
at a
people would
minimum
finish.
for our
Right, so
speed
more people would
puzzlers.
finish because
Please
we
try to
knew
keep your
that
voices
in
at
the
a minimum for the speed
qualifiers you're only
puzzlers.
getting the
Thank
top
you.
50 teams and they're more than likely going to finish in an hour 15, but in the final, you just want everybody to finish if possible. I would love it if we were all done here at
didn't
1
have
hour
to count
20,
any pieces.
right? And we didn't have to count any pieces and everybody in here finishes. I think that would be a really nice
Yeah.
result for tonight. Yeah. But we'll see. Do you think that they'll all finish based on doing it?
I don't really know because, like, at the beginning, it kind of, like, went up and down by hard and easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, towards the end, that's where you can't really tell a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't-
Well, congrats
think-
to you for sticking this out. This is a long day of puzzling, right?
I think maybe,
Mhm.
like, there'll be, like, around 10 or 20 left.
Yeah,
puzzling.
maybe. I think you might be right. We'll see. We'll see. Are you at all interested, Connor, in getting? I'm going to ask because a lot of puzzlers that are into the speed puzzling community, they go, I want like more events for people. We have people doing senior divisions. Do you want us to get a junior division going, or do you like this? Do you like being with just this group?
I think I don't really want a junior because then if, like, had a junior,
Mm-hmm.
like, I wouldn't be going up against all the fast people. And then I like
You
being
want a
against-
challenge.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's cool. I do think you're right. I think there's not a lot of juniors that could keep up with
No.
you yet, Connor.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But I hope that you inspire some kids to get more involved and try it out and get involved in speed puzzling. So I definitely think I think we're going to see more and more kids
Yeah.
getting involved in this sport and seeing how well you're doing and being like, hey, maybe I could do that.
Yep.
So yeah. So congratulations and
you.
thank you so much for being here and coming and talking to us. And I hope you have fun tomorrow
Thank you.
in the team event. Yeah.
Thanks, Val.
Good job. Talk to you later. Okay, we can turn on. All right. I'm joined by our third place finishers in the pair final, Kathy and Jean Reuter. Hello.
Hi. Hi, Val.
Hi. It's so fun that I get to talk to you because this is the only time. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yes, that was an exciting
Yeah, right?
competition.
Right?
It was a little unexpected image there.
Holy cow. Yeah, no, I know. I felt mean because everybody was like, is it going to be hard? And I was like, no. But honestly, it couldn't have been that hard. You still finished in under 35.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you'll take it.
Yeah.
that was
for
good.
sure.
Yeah, when you open that puzzle, it is terrifying.
Really?
It was absolutely
no.
terrifying,
Oh,
especially
no.
for us. That's
Yeah.
probably Honestly, that's one of our worst case scenarios.
Oh gosh, I'm so
This-
sorry.
No,
Well, I know
no,
we can't
but-
choose based on what
Yeah.
people are gonna do.
Yeah,
and
no, but it's great.
yeah.
That's what you want in a competition,
yeah,
right? You
right.
want to be challenged,
Yep.
and you want something unexpected. And this was definitely unexpected. And when you get down into the nitty-gritty of it, it's actually there's so much going on. It's
Yeah.
fun and it's pretty, and there's so much color, and
Yeah.
there's so many hints and clues.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely a pick and place puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we finish the flip, we're like, okay, let's just take a minute because this
We
is
actually
not our.
stopped.
We have to.
Yeah.
We have to do this as a pick and place. And
Okay.
So we're just like, keep it steady, keep it slow, and keep it deliberate.
Yep. Yeah, no, I do think for the people that are good at pick and place, which, certain Andrea and Kelly that we're a little familiar with, this is definitely one of those
Yeah.
that's going to work really well for that.
And
Yep.
we were really grateful that we've been teaming with those
Yeah,
two because we've
yeah.
learned a lot from them
Yeah.
about
Right,
that style.
right.
About patience on pick and place.
Yeah.
And like how it does pay off on the back end, especially. So, yeah, just the last year and a half, we learned a lot from all of our fellow puzzlers. and
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Plus,
Yeah.
we had the best table. I'm sorry.
Well,
We had Sarah, and
Sarah
Lauren
Lauren,
right next
yes,
to us, so
yes.
we can't ask for better energy.
yeah.
us to
I
be
know
able
they
to
were
do.
super, they said today they were super excited that they were at a table with you guys, so that's
They
awesome.
texted us immediately after they finished their prelims, and we had finished in the same places.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Hey guys, I
yeah.
know we're so
Yeah.
excited as we're finishing,
Well,
but
and that's
please
the
keep
thing,
those
like,
voices
was there
down,
any
please. If you're not
pause when your
whispering,
teammates
it's too
came in
loud.
first, or did you just keep plowing forward? Okay,
We-
good, I
yeah,
figured.
We knew it was somebody in the corner, but we didn't know who.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No.
Okay. So you
No.
were just keeping going. Well, you
Yeah.
were so close. I mean, everybody, I feel like it was just one finish after the other.
Yeah, that
you know?
was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was about a minute between first and second, but then after that, it was just bing, 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 bing. It was just like down the line, and it's still that way. Every time I look up,
There's
a
still
team
more.
is finishing.
Yeah.
It's
Thank you,
just
judges.
constant. Yeah, yeah. No, it's
job is
really,
hard.
it is. And now I'm looking at the room, and it's like,
Empty.
look at how
I
empty it
know.
is. This is fabulous. This is what we want to see.
I
We
love
want everybody to
seeing that.
finish. So this is really, really great to see that this many have gotten through it already.
And this speaks to the volumes of it looks terrifying when you get it, but once you actually get down in it, there's a lot there to keep you moving. And
Yes.
the
Yeah.
finishers here are living proof of that. This
Right?
room is emptying out,
Exactly.
so.
So yeah, while it may have been a little intimidating at first, did you guys? Because there was a noise that came. I don't know how to describe the noise.
I think it was more like a.
Yes. It was yeah, exactly. That is correct because we noticed it and it was like, oh no. But yeah, no, I think you're right. It ultimately is a really good speed puzzle because it's not super easy. It's
Yeah.
not like a super easy collage or something,
yeah.
but it's not also going to be like super frustrating
Yeah.
where, you're stuck forever and can't move on. It's not like a big blank sky or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There was always something new. If you got stuck, you 100% could just drop it and then
Yep.
go on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, I can't believe we've already got. I mean, I feel like it's been a blur. We're already done with the Pierce final.
How? Didn't we just get here?
I know,
This just started.
I know. And now tomorrow it's over already. Like, what is happening?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It goes so fast. It
Yeah?
really does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's gone. It's been so fun to watch, though. I mean, literally, I had Joel and Nate here from Ravensburger, and we were just like, we were going long times without speaking.
Just watching.
Yes, and then we were like, oh, sorry, everybody. I guess we're supposed to be offering commentary, but we're kind of mesmerized right now by everybody's progress.
I know, it's so great watching everybody finish up there.
Yeah.
Congratulations, everyone, for making it through. That was a terrifying puzzle to start, but
Yeah.
it's a real sense of accomplishment on that one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Connor and Josh coming in second. Like,
Yeah.
goodness sakes.
Crazy
He's-
times.
Yeah, yeah. He was even like saying, when he first saw it, he was a little like,
It's
But-
a gut reaction.
Right?
I think it's a valid gut reaction, but
Yeah.
don't worry, people. Do try this puzzle. It
Yeah.
actually
Do
is
try the
fun.
puzzle.
It is fun.
Exactly.
It's
It
great.
is super fun.
It's so great too because it's so colorful and patterned. Like it's
Yeah.
just visually interesting. There's a lot of pick and places that are still just really mundane and like
Yeah.
kind of a slog.
But the patterns don't repeat.
Yeah.
And that was what made it a great speed puzzle. Yeah.
Are you going to puzzle anymore tonight, or are you done for the day?
No, we're gonna go back down and get some fresh air and see some more DC with
Yeah.
some of the fellow puzzle folks.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah.
There was a rumor that there's fireworks tonight on
What?
the mall. Yeah.
Where?
I think
I
on
need
the
to find
mall
that.
there
Gotta
was
go
going to be
Google that.
fireworks for the Cherry Blossom Festival or some business.
Thanks
Look
for
it up.
sharing that.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So
We've got a
if you
fireworks
get
champion.
time, you can go check that out. That was what Simi had said a while ago, that there was going to be a big fireworks thing tonight
Well,
for
that would
Cherry
be
Blossom. So
exciting.
then I am absolutely walking down there.
Yeah. Do you want to give shout outs to anybody out there? You've got lots of fans, by the way. Lots of people like, Jessica, there you go.
Everyone, thank you so much. We've met so many new puzzlers this year. Again, I love it when people come up and say hi to us. So thank you for that. Keep puzzling, everyone.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, JPA.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah.
It's so amazing.
Aw.
I'm looking forward to helping out some more in the future.
Yes,
with you all.
I know, right? We didn't have as many volunteer roles this year because if you're competing, really only the volunteer role is judging. But you guys both helped us last year in 2024 with like some of the convention stuff. So
keep my name on the list for next
we
year.
may be calling on you a little bit for
yeah.
2026, maybe a little bit. Yeah. So keep you in mind. But we don't want you to stop competing. We hope you still want to compete. Because we like to watch.
I think you might see some
Switch ups.
Some switch ups.
Whoa.
Because we really want to split pairs with Sarah and Lauren in a competition.
I feel like this is breaking news
It might
happening
be
right
breaking
here.
news. Because it's the heart of speed puzzling to us is our friendship with the two of them.
Aww.
And the others,
and it's just so much fun. We just have so much fun.
That
sharing
would
space.
be quite the coup if we see you guys like splitting and
It'd be just for
teaming
funsies.
up.
Yeah.
For funsies.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, you heard it here, folks. Tune in 2026. We might get a new pair matchup going on. That is very
Having some fun.
exciting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And
Thanks,
congratulations
everyone.
again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You guys are amazing.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye, y'all.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like Lisa Schuler's mom is finishing. So exciting. This is Sarah's mom. Okay. Yay, Lisa finished. I don't know her teammate's name. I wish I had it in front of me. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, come on. Yeah. Okay, I'm joined again by Joel and Nate are back. Yay. Thank you for coming back.
Of course.
I take it, Joel, you got all the footage you need to create.
Yep, post is live.
Yeah. Oh, is it really already? Holy
Oh,
cow.
I need to tag you guys in it, but post is live.
We also have Allie Krasny here, so I got to get the camera to zoom out so they can actually see you.
I just wanted to swing in and give some notes from the field.
Oh, yeah. Tell us all the notes.
I mean, these guys saw it somewhat too because it was crazy. The first, I want to say 20 finishes
Oh, my gosh.
were intense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone was like 20 pieces away at the exact same time as each other.
Absolutely.
And I'm pretty sure the puzzlers thought it was stressful for them, but it was stressful for us.
Yep.
Yeah, especially because we have about 20 volunteers on the floor. So that
Exactly.
kind of takes up every single person.
Exactly.
And then you're like, what's happening over in the corner that we don't know about, too?
Exactly.
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
just like, okay, everyone start estimating piece count because that will help us be in the right spot. It was really scary.
Yeah.
And this is
What's-
about me, not the puzzlers. I don't care if it was stressful for them.
What's crazy is this room is clearing out. We're an hour
Yeah.
and 13 minutes. What do we add that 15 extra minutes for?
I guess we
might not even need
so
it.
now
Just
we
to
don't have to count pieces.
Marvel at
right?
the speed of
Yeah.
these puzzlers.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
than anything.
We just wanted them to feel comfy.
Yeah.
We did want them to feel comfy. And everybody I'm talking to, while it was a little harder than yesterday's puzzles, they're all saying the same thing, like, oh, this was a great speed puzzle.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I
because
didn't
they're
hear
like,
that.
Good.
Yeah.
They all just looked at me like, and I was like, okay.
It's been a long day, but
Yeah.
I do think it provided a little bit more of a challenge,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they are all saying the same thing. Oh, there were enough clues that like
That's cool.
you
Yep.
kind of knew where everything was going to go.
We expect the challenge with the final.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
that seems appropriate.
Yeah, so
Because
get
they're
ready
all
tomorrow,
wonderful.
everybody.
Yeah, so
Well, and it
prepare thyself.
created such a fun finish. It
Yeah.
was like stressful,
Yeah.
but it was like a intense, like
Snap. It was a
exciting
spectacle.
finish.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I think even they can hear. I think even the live stream crew thought that it was exciting because like I gotta get over it.
Yeah.
Like they maybe didn't expect action shots while
Running
they were
across the
filming.
room like,
puzzles.
oh, that person's finishing. That person's finishing. Go, 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 go.
It was
Yeah.
really fun.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
and it happened so fast that my other videographer was still in the back, and that's why I had to leave right away to run and go get
Oh,
it,
right.
and then go one right after the other. And by the time he got out here, like the top 5 are already done. Like it was just
That
it
was
was that
crazy.
fast. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to give you that quick update,
Yeah,
and
thank
now
you.
I gotta go again.
Allie, okay.
Thanks for having me.
for
Thank you,
stopping.
Allie. Now, I did get a little knowledge drop on
Oh.
the puzzle artwork.
Yes,
If
I
you're not
wanted to ask
familiar,
about that. Yeah.
this is the same artist who made the puzzle Kaleidoscope Kitty. So, and yeah,
Have you
as
done
soon as
that
I
one?
heard that,
I don't. I
It's
know the
beautiful.
name, but
I
I don't
love
know if
it.
I have seen that one.
I love it.
Okay,
It's
now I want
it
to
all
pull it up.
makes sense.
Yeah, look it up.
Yep.
Look it
Okay,
up.
Kaleidoscope Kitty.
Yep, it is one of the puzzle
We were
moments.
literally wondering that, and I was like, okay, sorry, everybody. I didn't do my research. I should have.
Yeah, so it's a
Because,
puzzle
yeah.
that has those same little patterns and details. So even though you have this black cat that's looking up, one, it's the piece count, like we talked about with this one,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's those little details and patterns that people have clues on.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, I've seen this
Yep.
Can
one.
I see it just to make sure that I'm?
I have 100% seen
Yes,
that
yes,
one,
I
and
love
it is
that one.
gorgeous.
Those eyes are gorgeous.
Yep.
That is, oh,
Yeah.
goodness. Okay, well, get ready, Naomi. You're about to become a puzzle favorite, I think.
Absolutely.
Look it up, folks. Kaleidoscope Kitty is
Yeah.
a beautiful
It's
puzzle.
a good one.
I mean, this one is beautiful. I love bright puzzles, and I am a person, okay, there's like 2 distinct camps in the puzzle community
Yep.
of when you open a puzzle, what color are you drawn to? And there's a community of folks that are, it generally goes down 2 ways. You either are a pink-red person or you're a blue-green person.
Okay, so the warmth of color is sort of different.
Yeah, so it's like some people are like, nope, I immediately do blues and greens. I'm a pink-red person.
What does that
So if
say
there's a-
about a person?
I
though?
don't know. We're fiery. I don't know.
That's yeah,
Something like that.
mysterious.
I don't know.
If you go for the
If you're blue, you're cool. I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, but it does when you talk to
Interesting.
puzzlers, they will always be like, "Oh yeah, the first thing my eye goes to is like that blue area."
Sure.
So those are like your sky people.
I was
Versus,
going to say, I wonder if that's in the context of sky, though, because it seems like a lot
Maybe.
of times, if it's a blue sky, you save that for last. If it's very
oh,
similar.
yeah, a lot of sky people like that is their first go-to.
Sure.
They
Don't
want to
you
do the
love that
sky
we're
immediately.
we're in a business that we talk about
I
sky
know.
people and we're talking about jigsaw puzzling. Like, what a great phrase to think
know,
about.
right? I
You've got
mean,
the sky people.
so relaxing.
You have the pattern people, you know?
Yeah.
We're all
yeah.
puzzling people.
For me, if
Kaleidoscope
there's
Kitty.
any spot of red on a puzzle, that is the first thing I
Yep.
do. So, like looking at that color burst puzzle, I
Sure.
immediately was like, "Oh yeah, I would want to do those pink red
Yeah.
spots like immediately," which wouldn't necessarily be the best way to go. I do think a person, if you're a good puzzler in speed community, you have to get over those tendencies because
Sure.
sometimes it's not the right approach.
Yep.
So you have to be able to go, "I would like to do that, but I should wait till later."
Right.
yeah.
Well,
But-
that's why I think the Dead Reckoning strategy is, it makes so much sense. You just have to unlearn. It's like, oh, I want to puzzle this. It's like,
Right.
no, what do I see in front of me?
Yep.
That goes here.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it. Jean and Kathy were just talking about that they never used to do that style
Yep.
until they started puzzling with Kelly or with Andrea Pang.
Yep.
And they kind of picked it up from her, and they were like, "We have learned so much from
That's
her
so
in the last
cool.
year and a half." And we looked at this and immediately knew we have to do this like Andrea would do this. Like
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can't do it the way we would normally
That's
like
a huge
to.
part of the speed puzzling.
Right?
They're like, all right, pick up tips from the other puzzlers. Oh, they're trying this out. All right, I got to try that.
Yep.
Because you rewatch, you've got all of this content to look at and say, okay, that works.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Yep. Yeah, you do need to be able to adapt for sure. So here's people in the chat. Yep, I love the sky. Always the first thing I do.
Yep.
Fur people.
Fur people. I can't do sky, purple, blue, then red, with orange, yellow last. That's
Well,
interesting.
Something I like, and I learned from watching these people as well. So like watching like Alejandro puzzle, where like he usually leaves the border for last, which like makes sense because it's the easiest thing. So it's
Yep.
like use the mental energy that you have at the beginning
Yeah.
Yeah.
to focus on getting the difficult things rather than getting all the easy things out of the way and then struggling at the end
Yeah.
to like figure it
Yeah.
out. So it's ingenious
Because you are looking for a specific thing when
Patterns
you're puzzling
and-
the border. You're looking for specific shapes instead of just, yep, this goes here, this goes here.
yeah.
No, that is exactly right. Like I think Alejandro, one of the other things mentally that he's really good at is if there's a puzzle that's just with no real clear like for example, like a really stark there was a Monaco puzzle at the Last Worlds.
Okay,
It
yeah.
was like remember it had like a car and it was like a
Yes.
graphic, like really cool, like kind of
Yes,
modern
yes.
graphic design.
Yeah.
And I don't know, looking at that puzzle, if there's necessarily anything that really stuck out, like, oh, I'm going to do this first. He was so methodical. It was like he literally just worked his way across the puzzle and just went,
That
okay,
is
well,
so
this makes
cool.
sense
Yeah.
to do this side, and it was like he's eliminating the need to sit and second guess yourself and make
Yep.
decisions by just going, I'm just going to kind of start over here and work my way over.
Yeah.
And he was so methodical about it, and we were all just watching him do it like row by row and being like, is this really like happening? Like, this guy's amazing. Because that's where I struggle as a puzzler, is like that indecisiveness of like, should I do this or
I know,
should
you
I go over
get
here?
locked in and you say, I have to find this piece.
Right.
Like, it's bothering me.
Prioritizing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I
Okay.
think we saw that with people finishing working on this puzzle. They were not everywhere. There are pieces left over. There's no clear location that was like, oh, people saved this part for last.
Right.
Well,
Yep.
and it seems like that Dead Reckoning style really works for that. That's
Mm-hmm.
how that works when it's really difficult to prioritize something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just like I'm putting these things in the place where I know where
Yep.
they're going to be, and then
Yep.
I can make that decision. Okay, there's enough things here. I can make these connections,
Yep.
and I can build off of that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, that's a great point. You just got those little gaps to fill. I got to point out, I'm hearing from the camera crew, I think there's literally only four pairs
Oh,
left.
amazing.
Wow.
So we are going to get done, I think, before the hour and a
Phenomenal.
half mark. We were just talking about on here, like, are we going to be wrapping early? And everybody's like, I think so, because
Amazing.
it's literally like we're down to the last few teams. So this is exciting.
I can't remember. Has that happened before?
Yeah, it happened last year, which is why we went to an hour 15.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wow, they're just filling that in, and there we go. Well
Nice.
done. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Great.
Okay, now, so everybody's going to have to root for these last ones.
Yep.
I'm going to find out who they are because I can't see table numbers.
I can go run to the
Okay,
table.
this is table 161. Let's look up who we got here. We're all rooting for them. You can do this.
Let's go, gents.
It is Joe Feehan and Billy Weaver.
Joe and Billy.
Joe and Billy at table 161. So here we go.
They're getting there.
Yep,
Yeah.
they are getting there. I think they can do it. I mean,
Oh,
they've
yeah.
got
Yeah, they've
Absolutely.
got the
They've got
time.
8
The
minutes.
pieces look organized.
Yeah.
They've got the
They
time.
have a
I think you're
methodology.
right.
Yep.
I think they can do it.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is something that's kind of funny is that this happens sometimes where it's like they're going to be the stars of the live stream now
Absolutely. Absolutely.
because everybody's watching
Yeah.
them. And they're like, wait, but we're in, you know, last place in
Last
this
person to
decision.
finish,
But
but yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
you're going to get some major screen time because everybody out here.
Yep, all eyes
is like,
are on table
yes.
161.
Yep, I love this. So people are all like, you got this.
Yep.
And now they're going to be under the pressure of having all these people watching.
Yep.
They have a cheering section. People are like, you can do this. That's so nerve-wracking.
Are they the last ones?
Yeah, they're the last
Oh my
ones.
goodness.
Yeah. I
Doesn't
literally
look like-
think we're just seeing like multiple angles on all
Yeah.
the cameras
Yeah.
that we
Wow,
have.
this is
Love it.
fabulous.
Yep. Again, shout out to the production team.
Yeah, we've got one on the crowd, we've got two on them.
Yep. I love that there's people hanging out and watching too. This
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah. Testing out pieces.
So it looks like they're at a little bit of the troubleshooting stage for some parts.
Yeah.
Now we're all just obsessing about how they're doing it.
Yep.
You start to be like, oh, and that one goes there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Billy, no.
Yeah, Billy, no. Joe, what are you doing?
Yep. Well, they both seem very cool under this pressure.
Yeah,
right?
they
yeah,
do.
they're handling
Yeah,
it
they
well.
do.
I mean, in some
They-
regards, there's no more pressure because
Well, right.
but there's
But-
it's the pressure to
but-
finish, but
Yeah.
I think they're still going to get there.
yeah,
I think they're going to get
And-
there.
good on them.
Oh, yeah. See it through.
The whole camera crew right now is like, yeah, yeah, they got this. They
Oh,
can do
yeah.
it.
What's it say on their shirts?
Oh, I don't know. There's no like paired team name on
Mm.
my sheet here, so I don't know if they have a a pair name.
That is arguably just as important as their skills as speed
I-
puzzlers.
Yeah.
How good is the
Arguably,
team name?
I'm
is the
trying to
team
think of a
name?
And all of
slogan
them are
for
good.
the team.
Have you guys got a favorite team name? Have you heard a lot of the team names today?
There's some good ones.
There are
Yeah,
some good ones,
yeah.
but I couldn't pick a
There's
favorite.
Ravens Burritos. that I saw. There was a blue dust bunnies
Yep.
group that I saw. There was
Burritos.
I
Too
like
close to dinner time.
yes,
I liked separation anxiety.
that's a good one.
Very good
So
one.
Good.
And then my absolute favorite is Pazza.
Puzzle.
Not bad. That's
'Cause I'm a
pretty
red
What
nice.
a
Yes,
great
person.
community. So it looks like they're the biggest part. They
Yeah, what's the
had
biggest-
was
Right in- it's like right in the
center.
middle.
I think if we're looking at it from like this, that might be part of the green, which would make sense because those look a little bit similar. I
Yeah,
see some of
we're-
the dots in there. At least that's my theory. Looking at it, because we're looking at this upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I can see it looks like they're starting to puzzle the green part. Yep.
So it's like a little harder to identify. A little harder to identify because of the fact it's not one big fish
Yep.
left in the middle.
Yep.
It's like a lot of little
cluster
ones.
Of the green fish, which would make sense to save that one.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I love this. We can like thoroughly analyze their
Yep.
technique.
I know, this is fantastic. See, this is where we need have the stylus to circle and like use the arrows and the X's
Yeah,
and
we need
point.
some ESPN like fancy. Yeah,
It grows every year. That's just
it does.
next year. That's the plan.
Well, yeah, I was going to just say, okay, as long as we've got a little breathing room here, I think they're going to do it, but we're going to watch them.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I do want to remind people to come back tomorrow because we have
Yes.
a big day tomorrow with the team. Well, first we have the individual final, which I got to double check the time because I'm like worried I'm going to say the wrong time. Oh,
Team is just about to finish. The final amazing team who persevered through it all. Everyone give them a big round of applause.
woo! Oh, here we go. So yeah, tomorrow we are back at 10 a.m. for the individual final, and so that's 10 a.m. Eastern time, and then that is an hour and a half long contest with 200 of our final qualifier individuals that will be competing for cash. There's I think a $1,500 prize on the line for first place, and we award for first through 10th. And then after that, we'll have a bit of a break, and then we are back at 12:30 with the team's final, and that is another 3-hour marathon.
We are just getting started.
Yeah, with 2 1,000-piece puzzles. Although it's been a blur. I mean, I
Really
can't believe we're
has.
at the end of
Yeah.
day 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we hope people will come back and join us for that tomorrow. We have to give a shout out to the On Services live stream crew that's helping us out here, and Awesome Con, of course, for hosting.
yeah.
I want to thank all the volunteers who have been on their feet all day.
They're great.
Working this floor and like getting all these times recorded. And then, of course, Robinsburger. I mean, you guys are,
Oh, come on.
you know, you're kind of helpful in this whole thing.
Ravens.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a
And
little
of course, you are viewers.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
yes. Our viewers. Oh gosh, look at how close they're getting.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, they've totally got this. Let's
I mean,
do it.
All right,
we're sitting here
guys.
like less than 3 minutes, but
Yeah. Oh,
mean,
here
they
it
got
goes. The crowd's all clapping.
This
Oh,
is
and now
great.
that's gonna make them even
that
more
is
nervous.
So good. Now, they've got so much time.
Yes, yes.
Oh, come on. Everybody's like, we're gonna be.
Was it a miss-
Oh no, no,
last piece?
no! Don't tell me.
Oh no, they got 2 minutes.
Okay.
They're good.
Come
They got.
on.
That's awesome.
Wait,
amazing.
where's it going? Where's it going?
I have chills. I have chills.
That's awesome.
Oh, they're missing one. Did they get it? They're
No,
missing
they got
one.
it. They found it.
They got
They
it?
found it.
Yep.
They
The
found
last
it.
two,
There was a
right
moment
there.
where they
Can't
thought
get
that they
rid of
couldn't
it.
find it.
He's
and
like
they found-
trying it.
It was
Yes.
it was on the puzzle, I think, and they couldn't see it.
Finals. Great job, everyone. Give
That
yourselves
is
a round of
fantastic.
applause.
So good.
Joe and Bill, right?
Yeah, we're okay. What was that?
Joe and Bill, right?
Yeah, Joe and Bill. Congrats to you. And that was
Congrats
our
to them.
last pair. We got them all done in under an hour
Well
and a
done.
half.
That is
Congratulations, everybody.
Phenomenal.
Wow.
Yes, and thank you so much for being here with me. This was super
Our
fun.
pleasure.
This was great.
Love it. And yeah, we're good. See you guys tomorrow.
See you all tomorrow. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye bye.
And we're out.